Hi, everybody. It's Denise, and it's with Divine Soul Astrology. And okay, I'm glad you're here. And today we're going to talk about Mars going direct in Cancer. And this is coming out a little bit late. I've had a little bit of a technological issues here. So, and if I don't look very clear, I will be on the next one. I'm getting a new computer with a better camera. But let's get into this, you guys, because this is Mars going direct in Cancer is going to be, for some people, it'll be a game changer. And why is that? Because Mars is about taking action. When we say it went direct, it was retrograde, which means that it's kind of turning backwards, and so it's not moving forward. And Mars is all about moving forward, or Aries, right? And we say Mars is the planet, but Mars rules Aries. It also rules the first house in the natural chart. So Mars going direct in Cancer, we're going to talk about how it can affect everybody, right? But it went direct on the 23rd. It's going to station direct until April 18th, 2025. So this means that we have, well, I don't know, about 6 weeks or so, maybe it's, yeah, 6 or 7 weeks in order to kind of go after what we want to do or take action, things like that, because we can do it if, when Mars will go retrograde again, if we want, we can still go ahead and do what we want. But when Mars is retrograde, sometimes we just kind of step back, and maybe we might not feel our power, or we might not feel so inclined to start something new or to take action in something that we've been thinking about. It depends now. Mars now, it's going to depend on you guys, though. Check your chart at 17 degrees for your 17-degree placements. If you have any planets there, you could really be feeling Mars going direct. So it has gone direct a few days ago, but that's okay. As I said, it's going to be direct until April 18th. And so what do these retrogrades mean? It means that we stop sometimes and we step back, we have a look, we revisit maybe plans or right. And this definitely has to do with action or something that we're passionate about. Sometimes Mars rules drive and desire, right? But it also it has to do with anger and anger sometimes, and aggressiveness or assertiveness. But that is kind of the down, or the lower side. And we're here to talk about kind of for the most part, we want to look at the better energies here, right? The higher conscious energies, really. But Mars is in Cancer. It doesn't really like being in Cancer, but there can be a good blending there, right? Because Mars is the father, or Mars is really the god of war, whereas Cancer is the mother, right? Cancer rules the mother, the moon, the fourth house of the family, and things like that. It's a feminine energy, while Mars is a masculine energy. So we can look at this in a way and say, oh, we have the yin and the yang going on together, the divine feminine and the divine masculine working together. And that is a really good thing. All right, so Mars in Cancer can bring results. Mars direct, yeah, for sure, with the attitude of working together as a family or a tribe, for example. Any tribe, even if you don't have family, a tribe at work, your tribe is, it could be anything. It could be political. It could be, you play golf all the time, and that's kind of like your tribe, right? But it is about working together as a unit. And so Mars in Cancer can manifest passion, sexual desire, and anger, even passive aggressive behavior. It depends, right? Depending on just depending, right? And this is the other side of Mars in Cancer, like I said. And so Mars has been retrograde since December of 2024. And so we've had about 2 months, 2 months to kind of revisit our actions and kind of look at things that maybe that we've done, or what we can learn from them, right? We can also look at things that maybe we were super passionate about, or we had all this drive, and so it can be that as well. And so we can look at those energies that we had, and sometimes when Once Mars has gone direct, now we're kind of through thinking about that or revisiting that, right? Mars stationing direct in Cancer can encourage us to see things with a more nurturing attitude, to work together, as I said. And we can think of Mars as the father in a roundabout way, and the Cancer as the mother, right? Working together, as I mentioned, right? Incidentally, the Mars-Pluto opposition that took place over the retrograde was a time for deep transformation. Really interesting. So, we could have felt this change, this transformation, and, with the retrograde just stepping back, right? Because feeling the change for some of us have probably felt that Mars-Pluto opposition creating transformation, right? And that was Mars once again. So, this is, working kind of with the retrograde. Let me step back, and because I've changed, I'm transforming, I'm changing, awakened either, but definitely change. So at the time when Mars stationed direct, we have three transits taking place. So what are the transits? The transits are they are basically signs, planets that are transiting through signs, right? And so we have the first one is going to be Mercury is trining Mars. So this is an aspect. The trine is 120 degrees. A trine is something that comes, it's either makes things easier, or sometimes it is related to our innate abilities, just kind of easy for us to do. It's like we're good at it, things like that. But with the Mars, Mercury is trining Mars. That trine is helping us to see things more clearly, more intelligently. Mars trining Saturn in now the next trine can help us to be more courageous or self-disciplined and hardworking. This trine is kind of like Mars working with Saturn, right? And the trines are always happening in the same element. So when we have a trine, Mercury is in a water sign, Mars is in another water sign. It's the same element. So this can kind of bring about this ease, right? With these energies that are uh, just working together as those elements of the same energy, of the similar energy. The Mars square to Chiron, yeah, and right here, where is Mars? Mars is right here, and it is squaring Chiron. Here's Chiron, the little K that, people were saying is a little key. Well, it is a key. It's a key to healing, right? It's a key. It can be about reflection as well. But here's a square here. The Mars square to Chiron is learning to assert ourselves, because Aries is all about self-assertion. It's about how we assert ourselves in the world. It is represents the self, and the first house of self, Aries, right here. So when we have Mars squaring Chiron, this can kind of help us. A square is a little bit of a tension, like, oh, I need to do something, I need to take care of that, or I feel like something's kind of wrong or something, and maybe I should do something about it, at least understand it, right? And so this this is about kind of learning to assert ourselves in spite of past wounds or insecurities. Mars, for the most part, will be in favorable aspect as we move into April. So, this is about Aries as well, for sure, right? It is, because Mars rules Aries. And we'll talk about Aries in just a moment, but this is right now we're talking about how this may affect everybody. And so let's have a look now at how this transit can influence all of us sign by sign. And in case you're not aware, the rising sign will most likely resonate mostly with these transits and the energies that I'm talking about, because I'm using the house system to uh, to do the horoscopes, right? And so your rising sign is the first house, so that makes sense. And the sun sign would be secondary, and your moon would be third. It would be in that order, that kind of to check, right? To see what is resonating with you. So Mars, Aries, this is all, let's talk about Aries right now. And so Mars is your ruling planet. So, as I was saying, you're going to be feeling this, right? The Mars square Chiron will apply on March 26th, and there is one there, but it's going to apply then. This tension that Mars is putting on Chiron, it can help you let go of things that hinder you truly asserting yourself. Now, or maybe believing in yourself, it will depend on your own chart, but we were talking about that just a moment ago. This is about letting go of past fears and insecurities, Aries. So, with Mars in your fourth house of family, home, and emotional foundation, anything that has been challenging for you in that area of your life as it relates to you is going to subside. And so you may feel your power is back, that Mars is direct. The moon was in your house of authority and ambition when Mars went direct. So there's a balance that's being created with your personal and your social life, or your home and family, and your legacy, or your career, or perhaps whatever you do in the world. In case you're not working, right? Or you're retired, or maybe you're, independently wealthy, right? That'd be great, right? And there are some people who are, right? More power to them, right? As long as they're doing good things with their money, right? Yeah, the moon is trining the south node, which is directly connected to the fourth house, and this transit. And so you may be leaving something, Aries, something behind, possibly related to extended family, siblings, and the local community, or learning something that helps you focus and improve things that may be related to your lifestyle, your daily routine, or your health and your work. So let's talk about Taurus now. And I suppose you guys can, yeah, let's talk about Taurus. Let me make this a little bit smaller. And so where are you, Taurus? You are right here after Aries. Let me make this a tiny bit smaller. There we go. Um, yeah, and let me go ahead and make that screen bigger so you guys can see that. There you go. All right, so here we go now. And so here you are, Taurus, up here. That's easier to see, right? All right. Okay, you guys, sorry about that. There's something is saying that the screen sharing is not working. Okay, so let's look at Taurus right now, and Mars is in your third house of goals, Taurus, and here you are right up here, Taurus. Um, and so yeah, it's in your third house of goals, willpower, siblings, the intellect, learning, and travel. So you may be reconnecting to your people, your tribe, or perhaps you have the willpower to take action or step into a whole new chapter. Venus is your ruling planet, Taurus, and it's in your 12th house of closure, intuition, daydreaming, and fantasy, and bed pleasure. Yeah, all kind of a lot there. But Venus is in sextile with Jupiter. And so you maybe it's possible here what you are doing is there's a chance for you to grow here and expand in something possibly creative. There's also an opportunity for you to earn more money, Taurus. This can be something that is, whoops, super powerful for you. And what I mean by that, or super meaningful for you, rather. Yeah, let me just make this, I'm touching the screen here. Okay, so let's see here. This is why this is doing that here. I'm not really sure why this. Okay, let's get back into this though. Sorry, you guys. I don't know why that line is over there. Oh, okay. So Venus is in sextile with Jupiter, Taurus. I beg your pardon. And this could be a chance for you to grow. Yeah, there's something much more meaningful for you here, for you to maybe create. But there's something more meaningful with how possibly you want to earn your money. Maybe you want a different job, or right, and or create abundance in your life. You may meet somebody if you're single, and your self-esteem can improve, or your willpower, and it's always a good thing, right? We need both of those. We do. Venus is also in a trine with the IC, which represents your home and family, Taurus, or emotional support. And this is about a time where it's easier for you to maintain or create peace with family, perhaps, or internal peace, whilst creating more money and abundance. So there's an inconjunction with Venus and the AC, which is the self. All right. So this can suggest that there's something that you're unaware of, that can be helpful, or conversely, uh, you may be procrastinating about something, but there's an opportunity to create growth. And this is happening in your fifth house of parents and children, leadership, love, creativity, entertainment, and simple fun. Yeah, maybe you want to have fun right now. Whoops, let me just grab a little bit of water here, you guys. Yeah, beg your pardon for these kind of little interruptions. It's been a tech war over here. I shouldn't say war, but we are talking about Mars, right? The god of war. So let's look at Gemini now. And yeah, so Gemini, Mars is in your second house of money, possessions, and self-esteem. Your ambition, your drive to build abundance is highlighted. Excuse me, this is really positive. Mars rules your 11th house of the future. So Mars going direct, right? Can help you to move into the future with more ease. Your ruling planet Mercury is in trine with Mars, improving communication, perhaps with bosses, higher ups, or your style of communication is straightforward. Under this transit, you may have a lot of ideas that you may want to explore as Mercury's in your 10th house of ambition and authority. Maybe you are exploring a new career, possibly. Um, but Mars is also in the second house of earned income uh, and possessions and self-esteem. So you could really kind of be going, Gemini, after, like, you could be motivated right now. Mercury also rules your fourth house of home and family and emotional support. It's in Virgo, so this may be related to your health or your work. Could be about your daily routine, uh, right? That has to do with home and family as well. And so this can suggest that you're now starting something that is so connected to, or that is connected to your daily routine, work, and perhaps family, as I have said. Sorry about that, you guys. And Cancer, let's talk about Cancer. It's always important for you, Cancer, I would say, whenever we have a new or a full moon, and also whenever your sign is kind of being impacted, right? So we have Mars in your first house, and this is about you taking action in your own life as it pertains to how you see yourself or how you just manage your life in general. Your planet, the moon, at the time of Mars stationing direct, is in your seventh house of relationships. All right, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, the moon is in the seventh house. Yeah, not Mars. Mars is in the first house. So the moon was in the seventh house of relationships and relating, right? But this moon is in conjunction, joining forces with Pluto. And we can see it right here, the moon with Pluto. They're very close. This is a conjunction here. It's sort of a hidden conjunction in a way, because these are in different signs. But this is still a major transformation for you. And the moon is in your seventh. That means Pluto's in your eighth. So this can have to do with your money, intimate relationships. It may, as the seventh house relates to relationships as well. And this has to do with like your power, Cancer. There's something powerful here. Pluto is about power as well. There's something powerful for you right now. I feel that now that Mars has gone direct, whether or not that is, exalted or not, I feel like this is good, something good for you, right? Because as I said, Mars doesn't really like being in Cancer, but in this way, in the context of the other transits that are influencing you, I feel like it's a good thing. Yeah. All right. So this is suggesting that you can take your power back right now. You might be seeing a truth, and it could be, I don't mean somebody lied to you necessarily. I don't really mean that. It can be, but I really mean like you have some revelation, like you are kind of, what's the word? Like you understand something, and it's most likely about yourself, probably. And so there's an opportunity for you to move toward your higher purpose as the moon sextiles the north node of fate. And here we have it right here. Where's the moon sextiling the north node? Here's the north node right here. Here's the sextile with the little star. Yeah, that's an opportunity, but we really have to see the opportunity in order to take advantage of that, right? Yeah, I'm getting these notifications and this has been turned off. So I hope the whole new computer thing is really going to help, right? I'm just getting a notification there and they're turned off. So yeah, all right. So anyway, Cancer, getting back to this, right? Your goals are highlighted, Cancer, and you're learning from the past or you're learning from ancestors, right? Ancestral wisdom could be. You may be seeing a truth about something where you've gained insight and wisdom. And that Pluto um, moon conjunction will help you powerfully transform something, right? And so this is past, but that's okay because it's kind of all we always have to see the big picture of Mars going direct uh, and what was going on with the moon exactly at the time that it went direct. So if you have any planets at 17 degrees Cancer, check that out on your chart, and this could be even more relevant, right, to you. But the moon is also trining Uranus in your 11th house of the future. This is the house of social groups as well. Unexpected events, surprises, instability, even, and change, and the future and innovation, right? So, sometimes things can be a little unstable, but this is a chance for us to innovate. And that's really what Uranus is about. You might be feeling really good in your own skin, Cancer, and if there's anything you feel is different or doesn't follow the status quo, I don't think you care right now. I doubt that. And that's a good thing. You could be feeling very inventive about how to create your future or shape shift it in some way. So let's discuss Leo now. And Leo, Mars stationing direct is happening in your 12th house of closure, intuition, obscurity, and uncertainty, secrets, and bed pleasure. Yeah, and so you may have been unsure about letting something go or dissolving it, but now things may be clearer for you. The sun, your ruling planet, is in your 8th house of intimacy, other people's money, power, and the taboo. And the sun is conjunct the DC. The DC is the house of relationships, while opposing the AC. And so this can be a time when you're more focused on relationships instead of kind of yourself. But conversely, it could be, or kind of additionally, you may be seeking out relationships that are more supportive, right? That's another way to look at that. But if you're single, Leo, partnering up with somebody could be your focus as well right now. And there can be something that reveals itself during the transit, something that was cloudy or something kept hidden. So let's talk about Virgo now. Virgo, Mars stationed direct in your 11th house of social groups, uninvolved relationships, and the future. There may be something you're passionate about that you want to move toward. Your ruling planet, Mercury, is in your 7th house of relating and relationships, legalities, and open enemies. So, Virgo, there's some type of a major change for you because Mars is about action and it's in your 11th house of the future. You're doing something, yeah, and there's something you're probably very passionate about. Mercury also rules your 10th house of career, legacy, and reputation. So these are the angular houses where these transits are happening. So this is very important for you. Yeah. The 7th house is an angular house, and Mercury in the 10th, that's another angular house. So this is about really life themes, like very important life themes, work, family, yeah, relationships, and things like that. And so you may have a lot of mental energy right now, Virgo, with the Mercury trine, making it easier for you. You might be feeling more clever, right? When it comes to relationships or perhaps legal matters. You may feel, yeah, you could be feeling kind of motivated when it comes to those areas, right? You may feel like you're connected to someone who's part of your soul group, Virgo, your soul journey with Mercury and the North Node of Fate in your house of relationships. Yeah, they are joined together next to each other as a conjunction. And this is, it just really means together, basically, with togetherness, basically conjunction, because junto in Spanish, the junction, even on the freeway, you're going together. So we have Mercury and the North Node in conjunction. And the North Node is about your future. It's about the fate. It's about the path you're walking to reach your true potential. So Mercury is there, your planet, and showing you basically super smart about your path moving forward, Virgo. It does look like that. All right. So for Libra, Mars is direct in your 10th house of career, authority, and legacy. Things may be moving forward in that part of your life, Libra, perhaps after a time of no action or a time of lacking desire or drive. Venus, your ruling planet, is in your 7th house. And, Venus is the natural ruler of the 7th house of relating and relationships. So, this is all quite interesting. It is, and it's all like working kind of it's all like resonating with Venus in your 7th house. This is completely resonating with whatever you're dealing with that has to do with either love, relationships, or money. You right, or money, the good things in life, possibly possessions. It can be about self-care too, but this is definitely, it looks like it's about relationships to me. Venus rules your 8th house as well. And see, this is another thing. Although it's in your 7th, is the natural ruler of the 7th. So where is Venus right here? Here is Venus. And where are you, Libra? You're over here. You're kind of blocked by this kind of taskbar. I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid it might do something crazy here. I'm kind of new to the Zoom here, but here we have Libra, and let me see. Yeah, Venus is in your 7th house of, as I said, this is right, 7th house of relationships and relating to others. And here, and your 8th house is here, it's Taurus. Venus rules your 8th house. So there's really a lot of a lot of energy going on there because Venus is in sextile with Jupiter. Here's Venus right here, and it's in a sextile with Jupiter. Here's Jupiter over here in your 9th house of expansion and religious beliefs. It doesn't always have to be religious, but what we really believe in, right? What we have faith in and what's meaningful to us, right? Not necessarily religion. It depends. It can be, but this is definitely a sextile. There's some type of opportunity there for you, Libra. There is. It could be about travel or education as well, possibly. But I feel like it has to do with expansion for you. There's an opportunity, if you see it, that may relate because it's a sextile too, which is an opportunity. But there's an opportunity, if you see it, that may relate to things that are super meaningful to you. Yeah. And Venus is in Aries, very much connected to Mars going forward. Where's Venus at? Venus is here. Yeah, very much connected to Mars over here, right? And which Mars is in what, your 10th or 11th house? It's in your 10th house of career, but it's really connected to Venus in Aries because it's Mars, right? So, there is something new for you, right? And there is, Libra. All right, let's talk about Scorpio now. And Scorpio, Mars stationing direct is in your 9th house of philosophy, beliefs, education, travel, and expansion. So let's see. Here's Mars in your 9th house. And so, uh, and so you could be feeling the need to pursue all that is meaningful, Scorpio, or whatever you truly believe in. And I was kind of talking about that earlier with Libra, but you may be traveling or learning something new with this 9th house placement. And so Mars, your ancient ruler, is in a trine with Mercury and Saturn. Where's Mars? And the trine is with Mercury. Where's Mercury? Right over here. And here it is right here with the triangle, right? And so this trine is making things easier for you, or just kind of maybe setting the tone, kind of setting the tone uh, for possibly for you to travel. But I feel like this has a lot to do with the 5th house of love, children and parents, leadership, and recreational activities. And so this is making, like, it could be bringing more fun to your life, right? You might be experiencing more fun because your ancient ruler Mars is enshrined with Mercury and Saturn, as I was saying. And your perseverance can pay off right now, Scorpio, guiding you toward a type of change, possibly connected to relationships or how you manage yourself in partnerships, romantic, business, or otherwise. Pluto, your planetary ruler, is in your fourth house of home and family, Scorpio, and emotional foundation. The moon is conjunct Pluto, excuse me, guys, and Pluto is in favorable aspect with Neptune. This suggests that you're growing spiritually and gaining more intuitive insight. You could be really kind of transforming something too with the moon conjunct Pluto. You could, because the moon can talk about these cycles too. Uh, and you may be feeling a little powerful here. It could have to do too with something that you feel kind of emotional about, but you are feeling more powerful about it at this time, possibly trusting intuitive insight, right, to help you with that. So for Sagittarius, let's look here. We have Mars is direct in your eighth house of intimacy, power, shared assets and resources, regeneration and ordeals. Okay, so this is basically the house of Scorpio, and we have it flavored here or kind of managed by Cancer. All right, so you might feel that you're ready for intimacy or a relationship dynamic where you're financially building or sharing expenses. The eighth house is also connected to real estate, and it's enshrined with Mercury and Saturn in your fourth house of home and family. You may be thinking of moving, Sagittarius, or you have maybe a new ideas about what home and family may mean to you, or possibly, maybe you want to live in a whole kind of a different place, or like a different environment. Maybe you're going from the city to the suburbs, or or vice versa. And this is what I mean about a different idea, maybe a new idea about what home and family may mean. And so you may want to share a home with somebody you could, and you might feel like you're ready for that. And so your drive and confidence increases, and that is if you're not already doing that, right? Living with somebody, right? Excuse me, I'm saying that if you are single, of course, and your drive and confidence increases and you've got smart ideas in moving forward. And so Jupiter, your ruling planet, is in your seventh house of relating, relationships, legalities, and open enemies. Here's Jupiter. This happens to be your seventh house, and it's been there since last May of 2024. But Jupiter here can sometimes mean that you are in the seventh house, that you are laying the groundwork for more balance and harmony in your relationships. You may have changed, or you're seeing things different. Excuse me. And many people have gotten married under this transit with Jupiter in the seventh house. All right, a balance between your belief, Sagittarius, your philosophy, and the practical side of life is being highlighted. You may be feeling more peace at home or with your tribe, right? Or your family and your tribe. All right. And for Capricorn, let's see, you're probably going to feel the shift as the moon is in your first house of self. Mars is in your seventh house of relating and relationships. The seventh house also describes legalities and open enemies. So your passion could be returning to you, Capricorn, perhaps your desire or your drive to have a relationship. Saturn, your ruling planet, is part of the whole stellium right here. So, there are Saturnian themes going on right now about careers. Sometimes can be about a father in Pisces, right? This can also talk about this big stellium, though it is working for you. Let's not get off track here. Working for you in your seventh house. Yeah, wow. Is that your seventh house? I don't believe it is. No, it's not. This is your third house. Yeah, here you are, Capricorn, right here. Mars is over here in the seventh, right? But here you are, and the moon is in Capricorn, or was at the time of Mars going direct. But, that's fine. All this is still relevant, right? And here we have until April 18th. Yes, it is. But here we have Saturn here And Mercury is conjunct Saturn. So let's see, we have Mars trining Saturn helping you in your relationships. Here's Mars in your seventh house, right? Yeah, trining Mercury and trining Saturn. Yeah, where's Saturn? It is right here. Trining Saturn um, probably uh, help you like maintain more balance in your relationships. It could be doing that. There could be some other type of energy going on here between your relationships and basically kind of your your ideas about them, possibly, because this is the third house of the mind, right? Although Pisces is ruling your third house. So, this can talk about a lot of different things, but this is a very good energy for you. Mars trining Saturn, helping you in relationships or maintaining balance. Mercury is conjunct Saturn. So here's Mercury, and when we say conjunct, it's together. It's almost like a couple right here, right? Mercury's at 19 and Saturn is at 20 degrees. And so this is Mercury in yeah, Mercury conjunct Saturn is helping improve your communication with others. It could be boosting your willpower to achieve your goals, Capricorn. And so good luck with that. And let's look at Aquarius, and Mars has gone direct in your sixth house. So here's your sixth house, Aquarius. You're right here, little kind of, electrical glyph, the energy glyph, right? And your planet is over here, which is to me an antenna, so we can see the electric and the inventive type of energy that goes with Uranus and Aquarius, really. So Aquarius, Mars went direct in your sixth house of daily routine. This is your lifestyle, your work, health, or pets. So Mars going direct there, maybe you're changing, maybe you have a whole new lifestyle, maybe you're just changing something kind of you're going ahead with something that is just maybe a few changes, kind of tweaks, or could be. Um, and so anything you want to change about your daily schedule, your routine, that the green light is there for you to do that. Uranus, your ruling planet, is here and it's in Taurus. Uh, is opposing Vesta, which has to do with balance and harmony. So here is Uranus, and here's the opposition. Here's Vesta. It's a little kind of asteroid that represents harmony, can represent devotion as well, but in balance. And so here it is. It's also in Scorpio, wow, which, can have to do with relationships for sure. Uh, mhm. But here is the opposition. The opposition is something that kind of has to be like two energies that have to be kind of merged in order to be successful or in order to kind of stop opposing each other. But there could be some type of change for you that you are dealing with right now. And so, but you might be feeling that something can be done to bring like harmony, right? Maybe some type of change. Uranus is about change. It is. Maybe you know that. Maybe you are realizing something has to be done. And this could be about higher ups, possibly. Yeah, because this is going to be your 10th house. So this could have to do with high bosses, things like that, father figures, possibly. But the opposing of energies is between home and family. Here we have, where are you? One, two, three, four, and this is the fourth house, and this is the 10th. So this is the axis, not access, but the axis of home and family with the fourth house, and then the 10th house is about career. So it's kind of a balance between your home and family and your inner life, your inner world, right? Could be your feelings too, and your 10th house of career or your social world, right? Your ambitions, things like that, which is a more of a physical energy. Yeah, this is between your private and your social life, really, this opposition, but I feel like you're probably handling that, right? There's an opportunity for you to move forward with evolution, your own evolution and your life path as Uranus sextiles the lunar node of fate. So here's Uranus, and the sextile is the little star asterisk coming over here. This is a 30 degree, a 60 degree. It's actually a 60 degree aspect. Yeah, it is. And so we see the sextile, and here it is. Here's the north node of fate. So here is Uranus. There's some type of opportunity for you to keep moving forward in a favorable way along your path, along your life path, in order, with regard to kind of being your best self or reaching your true potential is a better way of saying it, right? And so whenever we have the north node being sextiled, then we have also, um, yeah, we have a trine. And where is the trine with the south node? Here is the south node, and it is trining Uranus. And we can see it here, the triangle pointing straight up to Uranus right here. That trine talks about, in order to have change and innovation and anything good in your life, or, to move forward, right? And, it can't happen to do, it can't have to do with your feelings, right? Because this is the fourth house, or family, anything that provides foundation for you, makes you feel safe or more stable, things like that. For everybody, it's different, but it may have to do with that. And it is trining the south node. So this is like you leaving things behind in order to kind of move forward. And you're doing that. You definitely are with that trine there. Then south node is going to be in which house for you? Let's look at that trine, or where the south node is. So here you are, Aquarius. Yeah, it's in the eighth house. Um, yeah, because this is the second house. Yeah, the north node is in your second house, and this is the eighth house. They're always 6 houses away, right? The south node is going to be in your eighth house. So maybe there's something you have to drop that has to like learn from and maybe move beyond, Aquarius. It has to do with anything related to the eighth house, intimate relationships, sharing monies with other people, assets and investments, things like that, real estate. It can have to do with many things. The eighth house is also about sex and power. It is, and anything that is hidden. So it's the psyche as well. Can be about doubts and fears. You could really kind of be leaving behind some type of doubts and fears that you had about something, right? Doesn't have to be doubts and fears. Could have been maybe just kind of one thing. But I feel like you are learning and moving forward. Yeah. And that trine is going to help you leave behind past trauma, or maybe childhood, or even past life wounds, right? This is why we get past life readings, so we can leave those behind. We are informed, basically, or we understand what those are in a past life reading, when we're done, of course. And if you'd like to get one of those, I'm certified. Yeah, and those are Dolores Cannon, right? Super powerful to help you live a better life in this world, in this incarnation, right? And so Pisces, let's talk about Pisces. This is in your fifth house of lovers. Where are you, Pisces? Here you are. And this is in your fifth house of lovers, parents and children, leadership, creativity, and fun. There's other things going on in that house, but that's kind of the gist. That's kind of the main part. Your energy is high, and Mars in the fifth can play out this way. And so your energy, Pisces, is high with creativity. You have more of a boldness toward romance. You may feel more energetic with and around kids or parents. So if you have kids, maybe you're feeling a little bit more patient or energetic with them, or, maybe with elderly parents or something like that, right? Jupiter and Neptune are your ruling planets. Yes, you have two. Jupiter is in your fourth house of home and family. Here's Jupiter, uh, and emotional foundation. It's conjunct the MC. So the MC represents your career, your legacy. Can represent the father sometimes, but with Jupiter conjunct the MC, and Jupiter is representing your faith and your belief in your career, perhaps with that conjunction, and we see it here. Um, you can create balance now, Pisces, too, between your private and your social life, or home and family and work. Uh, if that is relevant, or important to you, significant to you at this time. Neptune is in your first house. Here's Neptune, right, with this whole stellium here, all these kind of powerful planets here. But Neptune is there with the big stellium, and things are changing for you because of this alignment, because the sun is in Pisces, because the north node is in Pisces. A lot of change for sure for you, Pisces. Interesting. It can also, sometimes it is just the way we feel about ourselves. Yeah. Sometimes it can simply be that, but that is the best, right? I feel like it is, in case we have been seeking growth, right? So things are changing for you, and the stars are shining on you. They are, with Neptune conjunct the North Node of Fate. This is your planet, Neptune, right here. And so all the stars are shining. However, Neptune is opposing the South Node. Where's Neptune? Right here, opposing right across the South Node of the past and past lessons and karma. So this has to do with kind of you leaving these or learning from past lessons. Yeah, really interesting, because the North Node is here, right across. So here is and the North Node is also opposing the South Node. It always is. This is the past and the future. And we're always we can say that sometimes we're in between, uh, because we're not in the future yet, and we are not hopefully living in the past. So there's always kind of a take the best from the South Node or learn from it. Sometimes it's leave it behind. But there's something here that is definitely changing for you. I feel like you have a huge, like your own evolution with the North Node conjunct Neptune here is at play here, but it is asking you to learn from past lessons. It's definitely asking you that with that opposition. Uh, But allow yourself, Pisces, to see the good from the past, right? And just leave the bad behind. Leave behind the disappointments, maybe heartbreak, whatever it was. We all have them, yeah. And they make us stronger and wiser, but we have to learn that they are only for that. They're not to identify us or label us. So forget about what might not have worked or what didn't succeed. Embrace your Neptunian side, Pisces. Trust your intuition, definitely, and have self-compassion and believe in the future. You guys are really compassionate about other people. So hopefully self-compassion is a big theme in your life, and that it's working for you. It's helping. But stay present and enjoy your life. Don't worry about the future, Pisces. No, don't be worried about that. Enjoy the moment, and happy birthday to all the Pisceans. And I hope that was helpful, that reading and that video. But please remember to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. If you want to get a reading with me, you can look in the description box. Yeah, you can get your chart read or an astrology reading, and please hit the little bell in order to receive all my notifications. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to the new members, not members, but subscribers. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys, and you guys rock. We're looking forward to spring, and it's not far away. Yeah, and that's always a good thing, right? Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me.